Hello everybody, my name is CulBlu and I'm bringing out this video of me playing a board game, and today I'm going to be playing through River Valley Glassworks, River Valley Glassworks, which is going to be just my solo playthrough here. And let me just put that right there. There you go. Yeah, that's perfect. That's good. Look at it. Look at it. It's great. It's great. Look at the little river valley. Look at those happy woodland creatures on the river being valley glassworkers. I'm so proud of them. All right, let me go start our background music here, and we will go ahead and commence our game. So in this game, my goal is to score the most points, and I will score points in a few different ways, but the primary way is by building my grid out here that we have in the middle. My opponent will be an automata that will have some specific rules on how they're going to place tiles and how they're going to pick up and place things and do stuff. And they have certain priority lists. This is going to be auto, the easiest one to play against, because I haven't played this game in a while. I haven't played solo in a while, so simple rules for a simple time, right? But essentially how this game works is I will be placing my glass from my little bag here into the river based on certain rules. And then once I do, I will be able to take glass from the river after placing glass, and then I'll be putting that in my grid. Now when I put glass in my grid will be going from left to right, top to bottom to top. So I have to build up to reach these higher numbers, and I have to build over to kind of reach this further area. And it's a little bit hard to see here on the board, but I will bring up another player's board and show it on Otto's side. So I have a close-up over there. I think I have a close-up. There we go. Close enough. So we'll put this right here. Okay, so we'll put this here and switch over to the camera. So if you look at the board, I essentially have the same exact board, except for mine has Froggos on them. I'm Hoppington's Glass Mart, that's me. But as far as everything goes, you have these numbers here in the column, and then you have your row that goes out from left to right, and then here you have these numbers. And these numbers will tell me how many points I will score for a row based on how far out it's going, and the column will tell me how many points I'll score on the column for how high up it goes. I will only score my two tallest columns, and if I have a tie between, like, let's say I have a three-way tie between this, and this, then my furthest left columns are the ones that are going to be scoring. So I have to be very mindful and very careful of that. But the reason why I keep saying columns and rows, the difference between those two is that columns will be the same color, and then rows will be different colors. So once I put down one of these 8 colors here, because I'm playing just with the common stuff, I'm not playing with the 5-player one. Once I put one of these colors, let's say I put a green or a darker green one here, then anytime I get a darker green in the future, then I will have to put it in this column. And let's say I pick up, let's go over to our board here. Let's say I were to pick up hypothetically this little set here, and this is not where I pull it from, but I'm using this as a quick example. When I'm placing this on my board, I get to choose what order they go in if I don't have the colors committed already. But in this case, I would want to probably do this, and then, this, and then this. And essentially what I've done by placing all those is you can see that I've built out a row and I built out a column, and I'm basing it on the rarity over here. So if we look back over on our demo board here, we can see that the common items, the common colors are going to be white and purple, and the more rare colors are going to be this yellow and this orange. So I would want to theoretically put the rarer things here, because these numbers, as you can see, don't go as high, whereas the numbers way out here go pretty high. So I would want to try to leverage that rarity situation by doing that. Now, I pulled from here improperly, but I'm just showing that as a demo of how you place your pieces, because it's a little bit easier to show than just tell. But that is not the appropriate way to play the game. So let me go ahead and show you the appropriate ways. So like I said, I'm going to be going against my opponent, and my automata opponent has some specific rules that they have on their sheet. And if you look at the rules here, they'll gather pieces based on whatever this rule says. They'll add glass based on this little priority list here, and then these things are in effect based on what they say, and they'll score points based on whatever the scoring says here. So they have a very particular way they play. And the cool thing about this game is that each different character, so this is the back of the Beaver Boutique, they have a different rule set that they follow, and there's 5 different characters, so there's 5 different variations of solo that you can play with varying difficulties and varying specialties. So that is kind of a very generic, brief overview, and I will explain the gathering part now. So on my turn, which it currently is. So I'll just go ahead and play through the turn as I talk through it. On my turn, I will be able to place pieces in the river, or I can gather pieces from the, in the river, or I can gather pieces from the, what's this called? It's called the lake. Let me see. Yeah, lake. Okay, so I can either place pieces in the river to take pieces or gather pieces from the lake. Now, you might be wondering, why would I do that? It's because if I gather pieces here from the lake, that allows me to have more pieces in my bag. That'll make more sense as we go along. But for right now, just know that I don't want to do that right now, right this second. So when I place pieces, I would choose one of these pieces here in my bag. I have 3 currently. I can choose this piece, and based on the shape of the piece, which this one being a little pentagon, based on the shape of the piece, I have to look for the river tile that has the pentagon, which would be this one. And I can place this piece in the pentagon. Now, once I do, I'll put it here to show that I'm taking from there. Once I do, I'll be able to take from either the left or the right. In this case, I cannot take from the lake. So this is probably not the best of moves. Let me use this heart as an example instead. So I put this heart piece here on the heart river tile. And I will now be able to take pieces from either here or from here. And when I take the pieces, I take all the pieces that are there and I put them on my board here. I don't put them in my bag, I put them on my board. So in this case, I'm putting my heart piece here, and I think this is okay. This is a pretty good one, because from the rarity chart here, I'm getting a really rare piece, which means that there's not as many of those in the bag, in the game. And I'm getting a somewhat common piece up here. Now, alternatively, I can get this one instead, which it looks like is kind of giving me 2 of the same. That's one of the things that oh no, these are the same piece. Okay, I was about to say, that's one thing that's a little frustrating with this game sometimes, is that there's 2 colors that are very similar. I don't have a good example out here so far, but both of these are kind of giving me similar things. So this one's giving more rare stuff, so I'm gonna take this one. And then I take those pieces and I'm gonna put them on my board. Now, alternatively, I can do another thing, but I will do the alternative thing on my other turn, on my next turn. So after we do that, we take the river piece that we take the pieces from, we put it in the back, we push everything forward, and then based on the stones in the river that it is pointing to, we will fill from the bag at random pieces into that spot. And this is a standard flow for a normal player. Now for the bot, for Mr. Otto over here, you can kind of see that Otto has some special rules. So Otto will gather the river, Otto gathers the river tile with the most glass. If it's tied, he'll choose the closest to the lake. So in this particular case, the one that has the most glass is are these 4. So if there's a tie, there is a tie, we'll choose from here. So we're choosing these ones. And then next, for Otto's board, when placing glass, so he's placing 2+ new colors, Otto uses this order. So Otto's going to try to place the more rare stuff here, like that, and the more common stuff forward. Now, whenever Otto covers up a shape that matches the shape, so in this case, we covered up a little vial-looking shape. It's coincidental, it happened to be the same shape. It does not have to be the same shape, but we covered up this little vial one. Otto's going to add 1 glass to the river tile matching that shape. So we're going to add 1 glass to the river tile matching that shape. So we're going to go into the bag here, and I'm just going to pull a little handful, and we're going to add this to the river tile matching that shape. Go back. This is adds 1 glass to the river tile matching that shape. Oh, I see. Sorry, I did that wrong. My bad. We're gonna go to the river tile with this, and we're gonna add 1 to there. Actually. Now, the question that I have, hold on, I gotta double check the rules here. Let me see, so we gather, your rival uses their gather rule to take all the glass. If they ever need to decide, they choose close to the lake. Flow river, move the empty tile. Oh, okay, and then add glasswork afterwards. Okay, got you, okay. So we're supposed to do this part first. And then we're gonna refill with 2, whoops, like so. And everything's all set. So now after we've done that, we're gonna go back to Otto's page, and Otto placed one that matched this little symbol, which happened to be the one that they just took out. So we're gonna add 1 glass to that spot from the bag at random, and there we go. that is all added and done. So I'm trying to keep this nice and straight here. So now Otto's done with Otto's turn. Whenever Otto covers an hourglass, Otto will skip his turn, and that's about it. Okay, so now that we've done that, we are back to me. So now I have my turn. Now I can take a normal turn like I did before, which is basically take the shape that I have here, which, oh, these are two different shapes. Oh no, shoot. I have an arrowhead shape and I have a pentagon shape. Now, if I had two of the same shape, I could play both of those pieces at the same time as a wild for anything. And then I'll be able to take the left or the right of anything. But in this case, that's not going to be what I'm going to do. Instead, this is a little concerning, but I think it's one of the better moves that I have. Or, you know what? I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to play this piece, right? Nope, I'm not going to do that. That's bad. All right, I'm going to play this piece here. I'm going to take either this one or this one. Now, the reason why I was hesitating on that is because Otto's going to clearly take this one. Actually, no. Yes, Otto's going to clearly take this one next. And I kind of don't want Otto to take that one. I really don't. But, hold on. Because Otto's going to be placing a piece on the circle, which is right next to that. So what I can do, since I know Otto's going to take this one, is I'm going to go ahead and put this piece here. It's not going to be the greatest move for me right now, but it will pay off in the future. I'm going to take this piece and put it right there. And, oh yeah, sorry, this glass counter, I always forget to move it. I'm on 3 glass right now. Otto does not have the glass counter, I do though. Okay, so now that that's done, we are going to move over to Otto's turn, and Otto, sorry, I'm going to refill. And then, now that I've moved my river, we're going to move over to Otto's turn. And Otto's going to choose the river tile that we were just talking about. So Otto's going to choose this one, taking this one for 3. And we're going to put that piece here. We're going to put this piece there and this piece there. I really should do this in the right order so I don't miss things. And Otto's going to put an extra piece in the heart and an extra piece in the circle, which is exactly what I wanted. So an extra piece in this heart, a circle, and an extra piece in the heart. Oh man, look at that. So many good choices, but you know what? Clearly I really need to go for that one, don't I? So I got one piece left. I got my little, I guess, arrowhead. I'm gonna place it right there, and I'm gonna take either this one or this one. There's a benefit to taking this one because I can stack 2 high, but those are 2 rare ones. There's a stronger benefit to taking this one because it gets me further out, and then I can save the yellows for later if they're still there, which they will not be. Well, they will still be there, potentially. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this one in the hopes that I can get some really good shape. Oh, actually, shoot. I just realized, yeah, I don't want that one. I want this one less. I want this one more. So with that, I'm gonna do this, stacking up these 2, like so, and put this one here. Try to make sure everything stays on camera there. And we fill in our spots. And now we're done with our turn. Let's count this up, 3 more. And now we're over to Otto's turn, and Otto is going to take the one with the most closest to the river, which is going to be this one here. Pretty simple rules. And we're going to put this one there. Oh, hold on. We have a tie here, so I'm placing new colors. Otto uses this order, so I'll put this one here, and this one here. So it's going to put one more in the spearhead, which is okay-ish for me, but I think Otto's going to be able to take that piece, which I'm not happy about. So we're going to put one more here in the spear. And the reason why is because I need to take one from the river here. So when you take from the river, I didn't explain this earlier, but I'll explain it now. When you do take from here to refill your bag, you will need to take 4 and exactly 4 pieces from here. Now, if I take overflow, as in I take more than, like if I have 2 pieces here already and I take 4 from there, then of those 4, 1 is going to have to go over here because my bag can only hold 5 pieces total. I forgot to mention that part. So I want to try to avoid taking more pieces than I need. And also in addition to that, once I do take the pieces from here, The one piece that I don't take will go in Otto's bag to count as an in-game timer. So I need to be very cognizant and cautious of that. Also, the pieces that I do take will dictate how much I can actually, or what pieces I'll get in the future. It's a little bit on the further side of the strategy, of things. But in this particular case, essentially what I'm saying is that these pieces could potentially be put into my board, so I want to be very mindful and cognizant of that. So that's what that does, and I'm going to put 5 pieces here. And it's back over to Otto's turn. So now Otto's going to choose the river with the most tiles, which is this one here. And we're going to place, let's see, we got a tie here. So we're going to place this one, this one first. So Otto's next turn is going to be skipped. This piece is going to be an overflow. No, this one's not going to be overflow. Oh, none of these are going to be an overflow. So Otto got themselves a few extra pieces there. So not looking too good for me, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We can accomplish. We can achieve something here. So Otto's going to skip the next turn, and there's 2 hourglasses. So it says when Otto covers an hourglass, skip his next turn. So I'm assuming it's going to skip just 1 turn, not 2 in a row. It's going to do a vial and a circle. So a vial and a circle. And actually, let me look that up in let me look that up here. See what the rules say it. All right, I'm gonna look it up on Board Game Geek. Okay, so Otto, we covered 2, and it says if Otto covers 2 hourglasses in the same turn, does it skip 2 turns? And John Bringier says yes, but that does not. Let's see. The designer of the game is Adam Hill and Ben Pinchback and Matt Riddle. So John, I will not take that as facts. Okay, maybe I will. There's not much in there. Let me check the rule books. Where's the rule book? Rule page, I should say. It's not really a rule book. It's more of a rule page. Anyway. Playtesters, credits. Oh yeah. John Brigier was in the development. Okay, cool. Yeah, there you go. So for those who are wondering what I'm doing when I play board games, especially when I play solo or we're trying to do a rules check, a lot of times you end up getting questions about, hey, who did what, and who's was this a valid move? Was it not a valid move? All right, so also let me try to focus in on this. And a really good way to kind of reliably find out if you have a valid rules call is to see on Board Game Geek if the name of the person who set the thing matches one of the development people or the person who's involved in designing the game. If the answer is yes, then I usually take that as gospel and say, okay, that is the the official person who made the rules has spoken, and we now have a clarification on the rules. So thank you, John, for clarifying. Yes, Otto will skip 2 turns in a row. That's good. Good to know. Good to know. Because goodness knows I need it. All right, I put one on a circle and I put one on a vial. I feel like I did. I hope I did. All right, let's get back to our regularly scheduled playthrough. Continue. I have 2 turns in a row. Oh, sorry, I don't need that. So I got a little bit of time here. I can put the hearts to take that stack, which would be pretty good for me. It'll let me build out this and build up just a little bit. What's my second move is the question. Because I won't be able to take the next one. Like if I have 2 hearts. So like if I do like a heart here, and then I try to do, so if I do a heart here and take this one, that's gonna move this one down. It's not helping me out too much. Okay, so maybe that's not the best move. I can spend 2 hearts, right? And then take one of these 2, and then try to take this section next. But the problem is, oh, actually, sorry, if I take 2 hearts, if I play 2 hearts, let me do a wild, I forgot. So because I can do a wild, I can actually put these pieces here, take this one, right? The problem is I'm going to be building up a lot of this, and I don't want to build up a lot of this. I want to build up that. So it's probably not the best move. So I really don't want that combination of pieces, do I? I really should have thought about that earlier. Here I am dealing with the consequences of my decisions from last time. Do-do-do-do-do. Phenomena. Difficult decisions here. Difficult decisions. I think the play is to definitely do double placement, but it's going to speed up the end of the game, so that's another worry. And also, the more orange I leave out there, the more negative points that Otto would get. So I actually don't want to take these orange ones. So I think I'm going to do that. If I do a wild, right? If I do wild here. Nope, not here. Here. And then I take these ones. That'll progress me a little bit and get me bumped up. And then on my next turn, if I play the pentagon, no, I should play the triangle and take the pentagons. I'm trying to make sure Otto gets pieces that Otto doesn't need. Otto does not need 2 oranges. Oranges are the ones that Otto doesn't want. I kind of want orange. You know, I don't want to just be giving it away, because I need at least 1 more orange to get my second row. All right, here we go. This is what I'm gonna do. I had a plan, but I think this plan's better. I'm gonna take this set. So I'm putting that there, taking this set like normal, and then that's gonna let me build this up and out like so, right? And then I'm not gonna have my wild anymore, which is a little bit sad, but what it does give me is it gives me a little bit of flexibility for my next placement, because I have 1 more free turn, and I'm at 2, 4, 8, 9. I'm at 9 pieces total. So now that I have done that, what I can do is I can try and, like, I want Otto to take that one. Actually, I kind of don't want Otto to take that one. I want that one. But I want it less than Otto. Otto wants that more, so I want this one for sure. So I can get to that one by doing triangle, which forces Otto to take this one instead of that one, which is not ideal. All right, I think... Oh no. Okay, so Otto only skipped 1 turn, not 2 turns. Well, that sucks. All right, well, sorry, it's Otto's turn. Man, I can't believe I messed that up by bumping that. Ugh, I feel so silly. Okay, all right, well, I had all those plans, but those plans are gonna go to waste because Otto's turn is now. And Otto's gonna take this one, which I kinda want Otto to take still. It's not ideal, but it's good because it gets -5 points for Otto. And we're gonna put another piece here on the sphere. And now is my turn. And Otto's getting pretty high up there, but he doesn't have a ton of points right now. Currently has 0 points, or actually -5 points. So if I can just continue to manage my role here. Sorry, I got my hair just flying everywhere on the board. I want Otto to take a yellow, but then Otto's gonna get 3 points, but it's gonna miss a turn. So I think it's gonna be worth the trade-off here for me. So I do that, I take this, And then that gives me my last color. Oh, it's a rare. Ugh. There's a few of them in there though. And yeah, there we go. So that's all done. I'm at 11 pieces now. Is that right? It's 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. And now it's on Otto's turn. Otto will take that stack of 3 there, but Otto will miss Otto's next turn. Does finally score some points though. So I got 2 turns in a row. I think it'll be wise for me to play and then refill. So I need green really badly. So what I can do, I don't want Otto to take it if I can help it, but I'm not going to be able to stop both. Actually, no, I could. No, I can't. I can't stop both. I hate that they're right next to each other too. That's the worst. So that's going to give me negative points if I take that one. So that means I want this one, which is going to give me lower points. Not negative points, but lower points. Both of these are really bad. I think it might be worth just taking the negative points from that one, because I really want to build out my light green and my green. And if I take a negative 3-point hit, right? Otto is going to take this one, which is going to give Otto 3 points and start building up on that stack, which is one that I'm kind of competing for too. So not ideal. However, it'll give me the opportunity to prepare for next round. I can get another yellow out there. I can get some more shapes that are more useful and kind of help myself out. There's no more missed turns for Otto though. So if I take a hit now, then I'll be able to have more flexibility for later. But I think that proper order for this is to if I let Otto take this one, then he's going to add one to the triangle, which will have some new pieces. This is tricky. Okay. So I'm thinking this, right? And then if I take this, it's going to give me that and that. And then I aim to take new pieces, and then I aim to try to get this one because I really want these greens. I figured I may not be able to get the color here. Now the alternative is I can just take this one, and if I do, that puts that one in the back, which means that I'll be able to get those 2 lighter or those 2 white ones put there. But I don't want to build out that column. That's a problem. All right, this is what I'm doing. I'm committing to it. We're taking this one. So that's going to build this out here. I'm going to have a crummy next turn, but you know what? It's fine. All right, so now Otto has missed a turn because of this piece. So now we're back to my turn, and I'm going to take pieces from here. I do want yellow and I do want purple, but I'm not going to be able to get a purple. That's going to be unfortunate. And I'm going to have one more before the end of the game. So we want these ones to be out there. And we can get a double shape by doing this. I think that's my take. That's my take. There we go. All right. Mr. Otto McAuto10, it is your turn. Let's see how you go. That's what Hoppington says. How many do I have? I have 4, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ooh, getting close to the end of the game here. All right, so Otto is going to do what? Otto's taking this one. And we're doing that. We're doing that. And we're doing that. So it's going to be triangle and pentagon. Triangle and pentagon. Okay. Getting pretty dangerous out there. All right, so my plan was to take that. Ooh, oh, that's a good one. That's a great one, actually. Ooh, Otto, you slide W. Oh man, I don't want to put that piece there though. God, I don't want to put any of these pieces there for that. Shoot. Okay, okay. If I do this, Otto's gonna. Oh no, yeah, no, Otto's gonna take it. Darn, darn. But those are good though. That's a really good one. Oh no, it's not. It's not that good of a one because I'm gonna need another green in order to make that worth any points because it's gonna build up here, and then it's also gonna build up here. So that means I'm scoring these two. So I kind of want that purple now. And if I let Otto take those greens, I'm gonna lose out on points for those. Otto's gonna add a new, which is gonna be nice. It's gonna score 3 points. This is so stressful. A new one to triangle is going to, oh, that actually could be good. Nope, nope, because I don't want that piece. All right, we've established that I want this piece. Which one do I want to give Otto? I don't want to give him any of these. We'll do that one. There you go. Have at it, Otto. Oh, right, I forgot. This is gonna make this worse, isn't it? Yeah. All right, and oh, is that? Nope, okay, I need one more before I end up at the end of the game because I added 3. So 3, 5, 10, 15, 16, yep. Okay. All right, Mr. Otto is gonna take this one because it's closer to the lake and we're gonna get all these points. Suddenly has points. It's a little terrifying. I gave him a lot of points there. But you know what? It was for the greater good. It was for the greater good. Ooh. Hopefully. Hopefully. All right. The next tile that I take will trigger the end of the game. Let's see. End of game. End of game. The game ends when you either reach 17 inventory or your rival has satchel of 3 pieces. Follow normal rules, drawing up to 3 glasses and take your final turn. You score normally, but your rival only scores based on the category on their board. So they're only going to score based on this. We already have a little bit of a buffer, but still, Otto's going to get a good bit of points here. I want that purple. I super want that purple. And in order to get the purple, ooh, cool, perfect. I have a good path to get the purple. That's good, that's good. All right, so I can do, because I was going to do a double, but instead, what I can do is I can do this and then take that. Oh, I'm going to lose points. Shoot. But the purple's going to give me from 7 to 22. It's going to give me 11 points. So it's ultimately a good game. And it doesn't feel good, but we'll see if it is. All right, so we're at 17. So we'll finish out this round. And then we play one more round and then the game is over. So Otto is going to take these 2 and score some nice points there. Happy for you. I hope you enjoy your terrible points. All right, and now we get into my final turn. So I want to give Otto the least number of points possible. The only way to do that is for Otto to get green, but there are no more greens. So really, it's do I want to give Otto 3 or 9 points, or do I want to give him 6 points? Everything else scores except for orange. And then for me, I'm not going to be able to get beyond what I have here. So I kind of don't really want any tiles, you know, because I'm going to score my 2 lowest and there's no way for me to get higher than what I have. So Really, the question is how many points do I want to give auto? It's a little disappointing because there's no more oranges. And I can't really build these two up. I can build this one up one more and try to build this one up by getting this stack. And I think that's going to be the move that I do. So that's going to at least get me the maximum points there. And without losing too much. And now we do Otto's final turn. And I don't know, y'all. This is looking rough. Otto's taking these two, and they're going to score points for him. And we're done. We are done. So let's check to see how we did. So let me get a little photo here. Oh wow, flash and everything. Jeez. How old am I? Sorry. We are going to do River Valley Glassworks. And we got Alfred the Automaton, Bob the Bot, Clyde the Cyborg, Damien the Droid. Let's do. Oh, I played 3 times with Alfred the Automaton. I'll play with him again. No. I'm playing with Clyde the Cyborg. Yeah, here we go. All right. So for me, for row 1, row 1 through 5. So I got 22, 22. So I got 44 points. 22, 22. Then 0, 0, 0. And then Clyde, oh, he's going to score differently, isn't he? Yeah, he's going to score just this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Times 3, 24. So his, oh, wow. Is that it? Oh, 24 minus 5. Oh, geez. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Really? 19 points is all he got? Oh. I feel bad for him. I thought I was doing bad. Yeah. So, cool game. Yeah, I super won just by that. I haven't added my columns yet. So 10, 12. And then I lost 3 points for that one. Man, this is a massacre. All right, my final score is, oh, 1 second. Load this up, there we go. My final score is going to be 63 points to Clyde the Cyborg's 19 points. Well, okay, looks like I was panicking for nothing. And that's gonna be it. That's the end of the game. As you can see, it kind of plays pretty quick, plays pretty straightforwardly. It is not too complex of a game when you're playing solo. There are different difficulty levels. This is the easiest difficulty, as you see. But there are harder difficulties that have different rules. Like for instance, Sheila. Sheila will place their pieces in this little row and column, and they'll get bonuses based on whatever those rocks are. And there's different rules, like there's the dam here, which is the dam always stays at the start of the river. It is not a river tile. When you draw from the lake, add the 5th most piece to the dam. The dam does not trigger the end of the game. The dam can hold 5 pieces. When a 6th piece will be added, return it to the bag and add all glass on the dam to Sheila's Glassworks. Oh, that is scary. Jeez. All right, and waste for Sheila is first 3 columns, 8th color. Interesting. So the first 3 columns going overflow in that, or 8th color going overflow in that. And then surplus is going to be the last 4 columns. It's going to start scoring points here. It's going to start damming up stuff. Nice. That one actually sounds kind of fun, to be honest. But hey, that's going to be it though. Like I said, there's different looks for each one. There's 5 different ones. There's been a few people that talk about the game, and actually I'm going to do a review, so I don't know why I was about to start reviewing the game, but I'm going to go ahead and cut this video there for the playthrough. So hopefully that has been enjoyable and informative. As you see that I've been victorious, and hopefully the sound quality is not too bad right now. Like I said, I'm trying new things here. So that's going to be it for the video. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. And as always, I will see you all whenever.